live from Japan. It is Saturday, June 16th, and this is Stark Raving Totals, where we talk about totals across the board in sports. Welcome to the segment. Let's get into this. All right, so this is where we have our show about totals for Sportsbook Review, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. And I got 4 plays here on the card. I'm going half units today, though, because I'm still wavering a little bit. You know, we dropped with our last Major League Baseball pick. WNBA's been kind of up and down. Full disclosure, I had a monster day yesterday. I was super busy, but I was able to get some picks in, and I had I don't think I lost a game yesterday. It was crazy. And some days are just like that. So you be wary. It usually doesn't run that way two days in a row. I got a pick on every WNBA game today, and I also have one pick here in Major League Baseball. If you would have caught me yesterday, well, real quick, SBRpicks.com. Don't forget that. Sportsbook Review, main webpage, YouTube channel. That's this. We're here. And, of course, Facebook. Our Facebook page has a lot of links on there. World Cup soccer. Got to like Iceland right now. Pulling off the tie with Argentina. That was pretty cool. Okay, so yesterday, actually, I jumped into Low Shack and the Bags show yesterday, and I gave out 2 picks, and they both won, if you would have paid attention at all. So I jumped in there, and I had what did I have? I had the over with Chicago and St. Louis, and then I had also the over with Washington and the Sparks. So in WNBA. So I hit my 2 plays yesterday that I put out there. I was hoping to catch a few of you guys that were watching that show. So I actually got to jump in and take part of that show just for a little bit, at least put up some plays in which Jimmy recognized. So that was cool. I love that show. That's a great show. A lot of fun. They're definitely different personalities than me, but I do enjoy their segment. It is quite entertaining. So definitely tune into that. That one's a really good segment. And I appreciate you guys coming in here as well. All right, so let's jump right in. Let's see what we make sure this is going off okay. And let's see. Where's my other link at? Give me 1 second. I want to make sure that this is tuning in all right. So just give me 1 sec. I think it is. Yeah, I think we're running okay. All right, so all right, half units on all these, only because I don't want you guys to go crazy on them. But I like the card. I think this card has good potential. I think I should go 3-1. I definitely need to start picking up some Major League Baseball units. It has not been rolling well. Now we're a little bit tight here with the last few games on tap. So I look at the lines and I thought they're pretty tight. So I'm going right to the Dodgers and the Giants. I thought this was a really interesting line. So check this out. Right now, the line came out at 7.5. The line hasn't moved. The juice has flown towards the over. It's gone from under at about -120. Now it's over at -120 at 7.5 with Bumgarner and Wood on the mound. So it kind of compels you, pushing you towards the over. I can see there's some money going in on the over, but I'm not going to bite. I'm going to take the under. So right now you got Bumgarner. You know, he just got back. Right now 4.76 ERA, 1.32 WHIP. Who cares? He's Madison Bumgarner. Against the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium, he's pitched really well over the past few seasons with an ERA hovering under 3. Wood on the other end for LA, again, he struggled as well. 4.43 ERA, 1.19 WHIP. But if you really look at his numbers, he's faced the Giants already twice this year too, and he's pitched really well with a WHIP of 0.57. So he's been great. If you look at him, he's just had a couple bumpy starts. One of them in Colorado. Duh, that happens. And then a really weird one against San Diego in which he gave up 3 home runs. That's it. Besides that, he's been pretty darn tough the whole way. And, you know, if you want to say he had another bump in the road, it would be at San Francisco where he gave up 4 earned runs earlier in the season. So it's a good comeback game for him. 2 good pitchers. Yesterday was a little bit of a sign of futility in the offenses where they really didn't swing the bats particularly well. Their offenses both of them are actually pretty decent. You got the Dodgers right now. They're about 7th. I think they're 7th in OPS, and you got the Giants hovering around there as well. They're like 10th. So 2 good hitting teams. But the fact that, you know, the line both pitchers have ERAs over 4. The odds makers didn't blink. 7.5. I think it stays under. I think both these guys come out and give quality starts. They're two good pitchers. Bumgarner, again, he's been a little bit, he's still trying to get the rust off, but I think he pitches well today. His numbers, I mean, if you want to know, his numbers over the past few years versus LA in Dodger Stadium, really solid. He's pitched really well. So you can take it both ways. Like, well, they've seen him a lot, and so they'll get to him today. I don't know, man. 2.53 ERA. Dodgers hitting 236 against him. Now, that's overall. In Dodger Stadium, 2.51 ERA. The Dodgers are hitting 227 against him. So around that 230 area, they're not scoring a lot. 13 earned runs in 46 innings in Dodger Stadium. He's been tough. So he might give up a few, maybe 2 or 3. But I think Wood is going to actually pitch really well. He's the guy I like in this one. I really like Alex Wood. I liked him ever since we were at Atlanta. They made that trade. Me and my brother were talking about that. What a steal for the Dodgers. He's got that real quirky delivery. I think he pitches extremely well today. He's given up 4 earned runs versus San Francisco. That was in San Francisco, out of 14 total innings this year. So that was just at that one game, and then he blanked them the second outing this year. They faced each other way earlier in the season. But he's a quality pitcher. He is a little bit banged up, but it seems like he's healthy and good to go. I like him to shove it today. So I'm going to go take a shot here with under the 7.5 with San Francisco and Los Angeles. I don't think we're going to see anything different than what we saw yesterday. But I'm 5-10 in Major League Baseball, full disclosure. So I'm really due to kind of hit a game, but I'm also due to just kind of be slumping. It's been really weird, guys. For some reason, when I get on this segment, my picks have not been that great, but the numbers have been tough. But when I'm off this segment, man, I'm rolling. It's just weird. Sometimes it goes opposite too. Anyways, that's my one pick in Major League Baseball. I'm taking the Giants, Los Angeles. I'm going under the 7.5. The public's on the public is on the under as well. 54% though, not a big number. I just think it's a good pitchers matchup here. So I don't think they get there. So I'm taking under the 7.5. San Francisco, LA. If you like the over, that's okay. I think that's not a bad call. Let's get to WNBA. I'm getting excited for WNBA. Full disclosure, I swept the card yesterday. I swept all 3 games yesterday. I was pretty excited about that. I crushed it. Yeah, I had a great day. I had the over with that last game too. With UConn at Seattle, I took them over the 174. That was easy. I thought that was really easy money. And I liked Seattle to win that game straight up as well. UConn, their leading rebounder is out. She's like their 4th leading scorer. Who's it? Is it Thomas? And they traveled to Phoenix today off a back-to-back. We're going to get to that game in just one sec. But let's go ahead and let's break this one down real fast. Let's break these 3 down real fast. All right, first one up. I'm just going to roll through these. So once again, Major League Baseball, we got San Francisco, LA, under the 7.5. I'll get to your comments. Just let me finish up here. Indiana versus Atlanta. So we just talked about this game the other day in which they went off really early in the morning. And everybody, it was at 155. It went down to 152. I took the under. So did everybody else, and everybody won. So now right now the line's gone from 151. It's at 151.5. The public is on the over, and they should be because this is going to go over. So I'm taking the over as well. If we look at that game, the last one they played, that 72-67 final, again, I mentioned this the other day. They had an 11-8 third quarter, a real anomalous third quarter. That just does not happen very much. As well, the whole game, they shot 36%, 36.8%, and 34.3% respectively. That's Indiana and Atlanta. That's really bad, well below their season averages, and they could not hit a 3, 23 and 14%. If you look at them on the season, you're talking about an Atlanta team that really pushes some tempo. They're 2nd in the league in attempts per game. The problem is they can't shoot. They're shooting just 38.7%. Perhaps, I don't know their road numbers, but I hope they shoot better on the road than they do at home. They're averaging just 74.8 points per game. I believe that's the lowest in the WNBA. But if you look at Indiana on the season, it's not like they're a lockdown defensive team. Teams are shooting 46% against them. So I think Atlanta should be able to score. Indiana on the season, they've been also a really fast. These are 2 of the top 3 tempo teams in the WNBA. Now, the problem is they're only shooting 40.7%. They are averaging 76.8 points per game. Neither team can shoot. They shoot around 40%. That's really bad. But the tempo should be fast. And the tempo in that game was fast. But, man, they could not hit a shot. I think they shoot the ball much better tonight. Also, it's a night game. Kind of get going a little bit. That early game, it's not really, it's kind of hard to make buckets. If you ever play basketball early in the morning with your friends at the gym or something like that, it's just different than playing at night. I don't know. It's just different. So, as well, on top of those other statistics, their three-point shooting percentage, they both are not great. They shoot just under 30%, but they shoot better overall than what we saw that last game. So this number, it's pretty low at 151.5. I think they get there. The tempo is going to be there. I think they score better, and I don't think they have that really poor. I mean, the other quarters were fine. 42 points, 39 points, 39 points, and then they had 19 points. So if we can avoid that really poor third quarter, I think the shots are going to go down. 4 of 17 and 3 of 21 from distance. They were awful. That should go up as well. So I think we get over this 151.5. It's pretty low, but I think they get there. Public's on it, so I don't really like that, but I think they get there. All right, next one up. We got New York and Minnesota. Interesting steam move here with the line's gone from 156 to 154. But the public, of course, the public's on the over. The public's always on the over, especially in basketball. Well, in basketball at least. It's dropped 2 points. Now, like Indiana and Atlanta, we do have a frame of reference, and they have played this year. There are no injuries. Last time they played a little bit earlier in the season, it was 78-72. So they went to 150. This line started out at 156, and it should have been at 156. And the fact that it's dropped, I don't care. I'm going over in this one as well. So I'm going over the 154. Remember, all these are half units. So if you look at that game, it's really similar to that Indiana-Atlanta contest in which they did not shoot the ball in proportion to how they shoot during the year. Minnesota shot 39%. New York shot 37%. They both shot just around 20% from distance. They are better than that. Minnesota struggled this year too. They've lost like 5 out of their last 6. And they're the perennial best team in the WNBA. They were just 4 of 18 from distance. New York was 5 of 24. They're going to shoot the ball better tonight. Both teams, I think, are pretty well coached. We talked about this the other day with New York. They don't shoot the ball particularly well, which worries me a little bit. But, I mean, New York's averaging 77 points per game. And although they shoot the ball at a 42.5% clip, their tempo is good, 68.5 attempts per game. Minnesota is not a real fast team, but they do shoot almost 44%. Defensively, they've been bad, allowing opponents to shoot 45%. New York's been pretty good, allowing opponents to shoot 43.4%, but both teams can get up and down the floor. They have athletes. So I think it goes over. Although it's dropped 2 points, I think they get there. I mean, I think there's a good reason why the line was set at 156, although they went to 150 their last matchup. They scored throughout the game. They had 2 really low-scoring quarters where Minnesota scored 14 points. Then the next quarter, in the fourth quarter, New York scored 13. I don't think that happens tonight. So I'm going over the 154. We're just banging these out. And last one up, Connecticut and Phoenix. I'm not as confident in this one. It's gone from 170, 171, but I'm going under. And the premise I'm going under, we don't have a frame of reference for this game. Connecticut, they're the fastest tempo team in the NBA, but they're coming off a back-to-back. I think that's a tough spot. Here's what does not get mentioned. Now, both these teams can shoot. That is true. Connecticut shoots almost 47%. They're really good. I think they're the best team in the WNBA, although they did lose last night. Phoenix shoots 46%. They both can really shoot. Phoenix not a real fast tempo team. Connecticut is. But here's the issue for me. Both teams can really play defense. They're allowing opponents to shoot under 42%. Very good defensive teams. And they don't allow a lot of tempo. They're 2 of the lowest ones in the WNBA as far as attempts allowed per game from their opponents. They are, right now, Connecticut's allowing just 66.4. Phoenix, 67.5. So they're more in the middle. But 171 is a lot of points in the WNBA. Although they might get there, I think it's going to be more of a controlled pace. And the fact that Connecticut's coming off a back-to-back. I think for this sort of line, this number to get hit, both teams got to contribute. And I think Connecticut's going to have trouble contributing against a good Phoenix defense to go ahead and get to this 171. I think, well, I don't know. They can really shoot. I think the number's too big. I just think the number's too big. 171 is just too much. I think with a team coming off a back-to-back in the WNBA, I don't know how the women are going to adjust to that. And the fact that their third or fourth leading scorers out and best rebounder looks like they're out. That's it. Whew. Coffee. We'll see. I really want to go 3-1 today. I really wanted 3-1, but I had such a good day yesterday, and I'm so glad. I'm so sorry. I'm so not happy that you guys missed it. I hope you caught at least the 2 plays I was in the segment. Okay, so what do you guys got for me? All right. We got McGoxter coming in 99. Hey, how's it going? It's going well. Adam, good to see you. Henry Jenkins, you gave out St. Louis and the Cubs. Okay, good. So you guys saw that on Jimmy or Loshak and the Bag. Those guys, man, are characters. Holy cow, they're characters. Triple Beams, what's up? Native Queen, yeah, I caught one of them. Okay, good. I'm glad you were able to catch one of them. That's good. And Paco, what's up? McCocksher, some cool cats. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Native Queen, yeah, Picho is great. Yeah, they're good. Sometimes I didn't catch all their plays. They go really fast. But they're covering. They don't handicap like I do. There's like a show which is entertaining, and they talk about every game, which is awesome, which is what the show is about. But I don't catch all their picks. But the insight they have, I mean, they're on top of their stuff. I was really impressed with just some of the little angles they had and the research that they do. There's a reason why they have computers in front of them. So I was really impressed by that. But yeah, I couldn't catch everything that Pete was saying. Anyways, I was in the middle of something as well. But yeah, it is an awesome show. I really enjoy it. I'm hoping this show, you guys, I don't have a partner, but I'm hoping you guys will come in and be my partner for this show so we can get it maybe close to as popular as that one. But that thing's awesome. Marco, good to see you. Okay. Triple Beams, I caught one of the Mystics over, nicely done. Yeah, that's good. I honestly, I crushed yesterday. Japanese baseball, everything. Honestly, I don't think I lost a game. I was like, I think 7-0. I picked up, let's put it this way. I won well over $1,000 yesterday. Well over $1,000. Just to not give away, how much my units are and everything. But I had an awesome day. My bankroll shot up a bit. It was actually pretty fun. Okay, here we go. We got Marco. You have turned me into betting on totals. Are great, man. Odds makers don't like totals because, as we've talked about before, what they set the line at is not indicative of what the final score is going to be. If you can find an angle or something of that nature, man, you got a really good shot to make some money on totals. Paco, Charles, you going to sweep the board? Come on. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's been really wavering. I'm really due for a big day, but that was yesterday. So look, for us, I'm hoping if you guys are on board with a couple of these and we go 2-2, that's cool. But I really want to go 3-1. I don't need to sweep. I just want to go 3-1. That's why to let you guys know, I'm going down. I'm going to half units. These are all going to be half units for me. Also, because I had an awesome day yesterday. Now, not every handicapper is like that. They're just straight units across the board throughout, but as you guys know, I have not got rolling yet. I will. This is still a lot of plays for me, but the reason I want to do this is because I really wanted to cover every WNBA game, like I said before, and come heck or high water, I want to see how I do, and then I can make adjustments. Yesterday was awesome because I swept, but that's me saying it. You guys didn't get to jump in on that action. Let's continue. Marco, always sweet because the books are pretty good with numbers. Yeah. Oh, I always a sweat. Sorry, that's Marco. Always a sweat, not sweet. Sweat. Always because the books are great at numbers. Yeah, they are great at numbers. Paco, lean Dodgers on the side too. Okay. Ron, Bomb's last start versus Marlin, he got ejected by a rookie ump who is pinching him in the zone. Okay. Yeah, I know he did. I saw the ejection. It was when he was walking towards the dugout too. Ain't no Bumgarner. He's a grinder, man. I think he pitches well today. I think Wood pitches extremely well. Triple. Were you surprised the O's closed at -160? They could still win today, but not sure who is laying -160 on that. I know they had a Cobb going up for them as well. So that was weird. We're talking about the Orioles, I believe, right? Yeah, I'm not sure. -160. Holy cow. Paco, Padres rolling lately. Been finding good spots with them, laying off them today. Good info. Triple. Same Paco. I couldn't lay off them today. Okay. Talking to each other. When you guys talk to each other, I'm just going to skip it. Oh my gosh. I always scroll down too much. And okay, so Native Queen, I agree. I also like the first half over. On which game? On which game, Native? So sometimes when I'm talking and I'm giving out games and then somebody comments back like right after I said something, I'm not sure. I need a frame of reference. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Paco, I can never find WNBA on TV. That's all right. You don't need to watch them to make money. Tilo, what's up? Good calling that over. Okay, good. So, all right, that makes me happy. So people are jumping into that low shack in the bag segment, and you guys are catching my plays. That's good. I'll continue to do that then. I'll continue to do that. So I was 2-0 in that segment if you guys caught the plays. But actually, again, like I said, I crushed yesterday. I'm hoping to crush today. I want to keep it rolling. Turbo Beans, Mr. Stark, do you have a rule of thumb betting plus moneyline dogs general stuff? A rule of thumb? I like to say plus 150 or under. I like plus 150 or under. And also a rule of thumb for me, if I see a team that's like at plus 130 and it drops, especially in baseball, and it drops to like plus 110, I take it. Almost every time. I take it especially if the public's on the other team. That means money's coming in on that underdog. So whenever there's money coming in on an underdog, because people like to bet the favorites and they like to bet the over, that's sharp money to me. So I like, and baseball, man, is really anything can happen. So that's a really good sport to take plus money line dogs. This segment, of course, is about totals, so we just focus on the totals. But I'll take plus money line dogs. I do personally, and we can also talk about that. If you have one to look at, we can analyze it. Paco, Charles, what site do you use to stream sports? Well, because I'm in Japan, I actually have I have cable in here. I have cable at my house, so I'm able to catch a lot of stuff. So I don't really stream anything online. Native Queen at Paco. Okay. Back at each other. Dexter, what's today's plays? I'll recap that in just one sec. Dexter, thanks for coming in, bud. Did the Yankees game start yet? I don't know. I'm going to skip that. Wit, do you like Arizona tonight? Okay, so I did look at that one as well. I was looking at the total on that one. Man, I don't know about Arizona. Matt's is good, man, but I like Corbin. I don't know about that game. Mets are so bad offensively. Gosh, I mean, everyone's been talking about that, but it's just true. They're so bad. I'm not really sure about that one, buddy. Let's continue on down. Good evening to Ken, Native Queen. New York game is over. New York. Oh, that's right. Severino. Yeah, he shoved it. I knew that. Sorry. Any more coffee? Brian, thanks for the WNBA totally. Okay, good. Somebody else had jumped in there. Wow, that's something I'm gonna have to do more. I know the show is popular, but there's so many comments on that show that I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and put a play in there because I had some free time, and I was just kind of kicking it. But yeah, people actually. But the reason Jimmy brought up my plays, which really helped to get them out there. So I will try to do that again if I have time. I'm not always. It's not always a time friendly slot for me to jump in there. But for the next few weeks, I should be good to go. I'm actually on a little vacation time right now. And let's continue on down. Appreciate you guys coming in today. Adam, so Charles, because you missed my picks, I'll ask again your thoughts on the Boston, Colorado overs. Okay, sorry, Adam. Wright's been good this year. Man. Well, that was a really weird game yesterday. I actually watched that Seattle-Boston game, and I was surprised Seattle came back to win. So, man, Wright's been good. I kind of like the under in that game. 8.5 seems like a weird line to me. I think the public's on the over. Yeah, just a little bit. I kind of like the under in that game. Wright's been tough, man. I don't think we're going to see a game like we saw yesterday where Paxton had a really weird inning, if you saw it. Like there's a fly ball to right fielder just off the tip of his glove. Probably should have caught it. Then a really weird one. I think it was Moreland. Maybe it was Moreland. Ground ball to Seager, and it just kind of scuttled off to the side. It was a really weird inning. And then, Bogarts hit that home run as well. I kind of like the under in that game. to be honest. And then for Colorado, I thought that game went off. Yeah, that game's already gone, bud. I did kind of like the under in that one. That was a big movement in that one from 10.5 to 9.5. But that one's already going off. The Boston-Seattle game, I kind of like the under. And let's continue on down. Native Queen, do you bet quarters and first half? Sometimes I'll bet first halves. I don't bet quarters. I really like second half lines better. Sometimes I will. Sometimes I will. Not always. Ken, Toronto Argos killed me. Okay, that's CFL, right? Rise on September. What kind of games are there? You mean in September? Get your prepositions right. I'm just kidding. So, Rise, I don't know what you're referencing to, but I appreciate you coming in. Native Queen, what were your plays again? Okay, so let's go ahead and let's talk about them. So I have San Francisco, Los Angeles, Major League Baseball under the 7.5. I think Baum and Wood pitch just excellent today. It's the little bit of a steam move towards the over. I don't care. WNBA, I got Indy and Atlanta over the 151.5. I think they changed their shooting percentage than what we saw just the other night or the other day. Minnesota, New York, steam move the other way from 156 to 154, but I'm going over the 154. And then finally, Connecticut, Phoenix, I'm going under the 171. I think it's too many points with Connecticut coming off a back-to-back, two of the better defensive teams in the WNBA. That sounded really professional. Connecticut and Phoenix, allowing opponents to shoot, both of them shooting 41.9% on the season. Tremendous defensive play by both of them. I believe we're going to see under the total. How's that? Put me on SportsCenter. Okay, next. Oh, gosh. Rise. I know there's is EPS and college football, NFL. Are you talking about what sports are going on in September? I don't know. We got Major League Baseball and college football and I don't know, all sorts of good stuff. Rise. But from Monday to Friday, okay. Baseball. Yeah, baseball every day. Marco, your wisdom in these games is what makes this fun. Oh, thanks. Well, let's easy on the word wisdom. I'm a 54% handicapper. So easy on the word wisdom. Honestly, I need to get rolling. I got to get rolling here. Major League Baseball has been killing me. And I want to get rolling on this segment so you guys will have more confidence in the plays I make. But I only want to tell you, hey, half units until I get rolling. And then I'll tell you guys, give me a couple weeks here and I'll tell you, okay, we're back to 1 unit. I'm going 1 unit every play. But, it's really weird because although it doesn't seem like I've been very successful on this segment, I mean, if historically, if you watch me at all at Sportsbook Review, I mean, there's times I can just absolutely crush it. If you watch my segments at all, you would know that. It's frustrating for me. Honestly, guys, this is an investing thing for me, but because my face is out here and you guys are coming in, I want you guys to be successful on these picks. So when I have a bad day, trust me, I'm actually a pretty emotional guy. It affects me. If I go 1-3 today, I'll be sad. And I'll be sad because I lost money, but it'll affect me more because I know I'm going to make the money back. It'll affect me more that you guys saw these plays and it's embarrassing. Because I want to win the trophy, Look, however much you play, whether it's adding a 0 or minusing a 0, I mean, the units are in proportion to how you feel where your bankroll is at. I don't care if it's $1. I want to win because I'm a competitor. So I want to win. I want to be right. Just to let you guys know. So it affects me when I don't have good days, just to let you know. So I'll be back tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. And if I go 0-4, I'll be back. If I go 4-0, I'll be back. Well, now I sound like the Terminator. But you get my drift, right? Sorry, I just really want – I need to get rolling here. It's been a little bit too much up and down for me. Triple Beams. What's one interesting MLB stat you'd like to check that you might put even a little weight into handicapping? That's a great question. For me, one of my favorite things is when a pitcher or when both pitchers actually had a really bad previous start and the line looks a little bit low. When both pitchers have a really high ERA and the line looks a little bit low. Those are things I really like. I like the weird stuff. Examples would be just ambiguous, so I don't want to do that. But a major league stat I like is particularly when a pitcher is coming off a bad start. When they're coming off like a decent pitcher is coming off a really bad start where they allowed like 6 and 4 innings or something like that. It's a good bounce back spot for them. That's something that just jumps to the top of my head. Crypto, what's up? Let me love your calculated approach. Thank you. Well, yeah, I handicap. Sometimes I'll just have a gut call. I'll say, you know what, this is just a gut call. But for me, yeah, I really like to dig into the numbers and the situations. And see, Ken, I'm on Atlanta Braves today and the BC Lions. Good luck. Tilo, Charles, can we get SBR to add Japanese emotes over your head? That would be interesting. On the weekends, actually, this is all me because Sportsbook Review kind of, they got to take a break too. But on the weekends, this is kind of me setting the show up. But during the week, when you see like the Stark Raving totals here up here, then Sportsbook Review is actually monitoring the show. But right now, I'm on my own, just to let you know. So I can't do I don't know how to do that. All right, let's continue. Native Queen, Atlanta first half over. Okay. Oh, I see. Now you're referencing to what we were talking about. Okay. That's WNBA, I believe, correct? Well, yeah, first half, duh. Sorry, Native. Ron, any Japanese baseball leans for Sunday afternoon? Yes. I just checked the lines, actually. So I had the over yesterday with Cebu and Chinichi, and a guy hit a grand slam to get me over the total. I was pretty happy about that. So our boy Daisuke Matsuzaka is getting the start today again for Chinichi, but he's actually pitched pretty well his last 2 starts. For me today, the weather's kind of weird. I like the over with Fukuoka and Hiroshima. I don't even know what the line is. It's probably 8.5 or 9. I'll check it right now. Okay, so Fukuoka and Hiroshima, 2 good hitting teams, and I don't really like either pitcher that's starting today for them. Both teams can hit, and it's in a Pacific League park, which means the DH will be in play. So right now, I say I like the over. I'm saying it's 8.5. Let me check it real quick. I'm gonna see if it's 8.5 or 9. I'll hedge myself a little bit. If it's 8, that'd be stupid. So that's Hiroshima and Fukuoka. I like over the total in that game. The other ones, that's the only one that jumps out at me just on first glance. And let me jump in on that line. Japanese baseball today. We have Hiroshima. Where are they at? And Fukuoka. Yeah, it's 8.5 with higher juice on. I nailed it. Yeah, 8.5 minus 115. Yeah, I was right. I like the over now. That would probably go to 9. I think I want to get that one early. Okay, let's continue. Thank you for the question. See, that is talk about personal service, because not everybody's into Japanese baseball like Ron is. That's personal. See, the personal service from me to you. I guess only if it wins. If it loses, then that's not real personal service. That's terrible. Ken, riding out this under 2.5 on Croatia versus Nigeria. Oh, we got some World Cup action. Dexter, what Starks play again? Okay, I got San Francisco, Los Angeles, Major League Baseball under the 7.5. WNBA, I got overs in the first 2. Indiana, Atlanta over the 151.5. Minnesota, New York over the 154. And then Connecticut, Phoenix under the 171. And I scroll down too much. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. I'm such a rookie with it. Maybe if I do that. Oh, it's just too hard to grab this stuff. Okay. I'm talking about scrolling down and getting, because I want to get back to everybody. You guys come in here, I want to get back to you. Native, yeah, that's what brought me in here today, because you were on Pete and Jimmy show. Yeah. Oh, Native, okay, thanks. I think I've heard them talk about you before as well, that you actually know your stuff. So that's good. I'm glad you're coming in and we can glean some stuff off each other. So if you have something to mention, something you like today, I'm all ears. But yeah, thanks for coming in. I appreciate the comments as well. Ken, it makes me feel safe knowing the Queen is also on the Atlanta. Okay. So again, a shout out to Native Queen. Okay. It's an interesting name. So Native, just to let you know, I'm in Japan. It is the morning for me here, so that's why I have coffee. And Crypto Flex, thoughts on Canelo versus GGG in the fight? Oh, I kind of like, what's his name? Golkin? I forget his name. He's tough. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I don't even know what the line is on that. Thanks for coming in though, Crypto. So maybe somebody else has something on that. Ken, Yankee game finished. Yeah, okay, we got that. Adam, Charles, what do you think about the Cebu Lions, Oryx Buffalo, and Hanshin tomorrow? So you mean today? Because Monday will be an off day for them. So Adam, tell me about Cebu and Oryx. Well, so Cebu and Oryx, first of all, Cebu should win today because they're arguably the best team right now in Japanese baseball. Junichi's pretty good. And I bet the line, I clicked off the lines. I should have kept them up. Sorry. I'm sure Cebu is a big favorite. Their starting pitcher today comes in with a 2.56 ERA. I don't really know him very well, and he's facing Matsuzaka. The line's probably pretty big. I'm guessing it's about minus 200. That's a little bit too much. Matsuzaka's actually pitched pretty well recently, so I that's a little bit too much. I think Cebu's won the last 2 games too. It's always hard to sweep in baseball. And let's see. Oryx. They're facing the Bay Stars, and the Bay Stars pitchers, he's a little lefty who actually has a really good changeup. That's kind of a tough matchup too. I'm not really sure about that one. And Hanshin, they're playing Nippon Ham? No. Oh, they're facing Rakuten, but Rakuten's starters are really good. But Rakuten sucks, so that's a tough one as well. Again, for me, I like Fukuoka Hiroshima over the 8.5. That's the one I like right now. I'll probably put a unit on that one. But that's not official for us here. That's just talking right now. Let's continue. Ken Canelo on roids. Yeah, I heard about that for the fight. Ron, Connecticut Sun gives up 91 points per game at home and 76 points per game on the road. Yeah, well, it also depends on the matchup, Ron. Like, who have they played at home and on the road? You got to look at that as well. So and it's still really early in the WNBA season, so it's hard. It's hard to make a good assessment just on those numbers alone. You got to really look at how they've matched up. For me, I like the under just because they're on a back-to-back. I think that's a tough spot. And Ken, okay. And Bill, oh gosh, okay. Good to see you. Chuckster, I just want to share how exhilarated I'm feeling right now. Oh, good. I had put 95% of my 4-figure bankroll on Croatia Moneyline, just cashed, and I got a date with my new dentist assistant. Congratulations, Bill. That's good stuff, man. I don't know what to say. Bill, that's just fantastic. Spend a little money on her, okay? Good luck. I hope your date goes well. All right, crypto. I might bet 50% of my bankroll on Canelo. Don't do that. Paco. Okay, we're talking. Geraldine Stark, maybe we could look at the Giants at plus 130, open at plus 125. But moving between plus 136, plus 126, settling at plus 129. I know we're not taking a side here. Look, it's the Giants and the Dodgers. And you got Madison Bumgarner getting plus money. If that's the case, how can you not like taking Bumgarner on the plus money line? I just on that alone, I would take him. The issue is though, Wood is tough. Wood is tough. Or Woods, sorry. Yeah. So it's been moving. I would probably take the Giants. Twist my arm, I take the Giants. Yeah, I get the example. It's a really good example, buddy. For me, I would take the Giants. I'm not going to, just full disclosure. But the way the lines move and the fact you got Baumgartner on the mound, I see. And Giants can hit. They're actually, well, statistically, actually, they're pretty even with the Dodgers. Michael, what do you think about the team total under for Connecticut in the WNBA? I don't know what the team total is. My book, the one I use, doesn't have that. I think it's going to be tough for them to score a lot versus a good defensive Phoenix team. Phoenix really, it just depends how they want to roll tonight. I don't think they get to the 171. Triple Beams, wisdom is knowing you're 54% hand. Yeah. Most never get to that point. It's hard, man. It's hard. It takes a lot of sucking up losses and continuing and really, really controlling your units. And we got Ken coming in and talking about the fight. Tilo, no. We don't want the ESPN talking heads with nothing to lose. Okay. Kyrie, who are y'all taking in Major League Baseball today? We got the under with San Francisco, Los Angeles under the 7.5. Crypto. Again, you guys are talking about the fight. Bill, dear Chuckster, I'm nervous about getting my first ever root canal. Have you ever had one done? No, I have not. My brother had one though. It's a piece of cake. You'll be fine. Bill, nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Focus on your win and your date. Ken, hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button. That's always good. Appreciate that. What I don't understand sometimes is, so I'm doing the segment and I get dislikes, and that's fine, but I don't know why. Why would you bother hitting the dislike button? Maybe it's my face. I don't know. I just always find that quite interesting. I mean, because there is 0 people out there that's paying me for these picks. I mean, you're free to fade. You know, I'm trying my best to win. I'll go off on a tangent. Forget that. Let's continue. Crypto. Yeah, I know GGG won the first fight. Okay, you guys talking about the fight, so I'm going to continue on that. Bill, Chuckster, any advice on what not to say on a first date? I don't know. Let's see. That dress fits you really well. I don't know. I would just say, wow, you look really pretty tonight. I don't know, brother. I love how you bust my chops. Triple beams. Thanks, Charles. What's up? All right, Native. Hello, Ken. Continuing with the boxing talk. Appreciate that, Ken. Let's see. Let's continue on. Oh, my gosh. Adam, I like you, Charles, but only as a friend. It's okay, brother. I'm married. It's okay. That was weird. Okay. Ron, Bill, do not let the crazy come out too soon. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You got to, I don't know, rein it in. You can lie a lot. Just be like, what do you think? Tell me everything. What do you, she's a girl. She's going to want to talk. Just let her talk. Let her talk. Be a good listener. And let's continue. Paco, Bumgarner get touched a bit. Yeah, but it's only been 2 games, and, you know, he just got back. So we think he pitches well tonight. Native at Bill, you want even fill it with the drug they will have. Oh, okay. Talking about the root canal. Okay. Bill, dear Chuckster, the only people that dislike are the ones that are peanut butter and jealous. That's right. Checkmate. Good comment. Casey, laugh out loud. Charles, you cracked me up. I'm glad you nailed your plays yesterday, and let's roll it over to today. I like the segment a lot. Well, Casey, I appreciate you coming in, man. It's a fun segment. You guys are pretty funny as well. A lot of characters out there. Yeah, hopefully we can roll into today. But again, half units, guys. Don't go nuts. I'll be happy to share when I'm really, really prepared to go full units. And Nate, I love drugs. Yikes. Paco, happy Father's Day. Oh, thank you, Paco. Happy Father's Day to those out there with Father's Day. Here, this was my Father's Day present. I'll even share it with you guys. This was waiting for me today. I got this from my wife, and this is my 2 kids here. If you guys can see that okay. I hope you can see it. Actually, pretty cool little thing with my 2 little babies. Isn't that cool? That's pretty neat. It says, Happy Father's Day. I think here. Where's it at? Oh, right here. You guys can see that okay. Anyways, pretty cool. So my wife gave that to me with my 2 little babies. That's 1 day after they were born. Love it. Awesome. Isn't that cool? So yeah, that was waiting for me today. So thank you. That's the important stuff, man. This day I can go 0-4, but as long as my kids are doing okay, all will be well. Let's see. Ken, dislikes are good. It means that they really like it. Okay. Tilo, drugs are bad. Yeah, drugs are bad. Don't do drugs. Ken, weed is good. So I don't know what that is. Native at Bill, follow her lead and you won't go wrong. Yeah. Follow her lead. That's always good. But sometimes you got to lead a little bit as well. You don't want to be a wuss. Be a man. Be a man. And have fun. Have fun. And then buy her ice cream. Always buy her ice cream. Girls like ice cream. Always buy her ice cream at the end. And let's continue as well. Okay. Good advice on that. Got Paco coming in on Mexico. Beautiful family. Thank you very much. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Ken, Bill, just tell you live up to your name. Oh, I shouldn't have read that. Let's continue. Brian, CFL hard to cap with single point after missed field goal kickoffs. Bill, hopefully I'll have a baby with my new date. Not right away. Native Queen, Chuck, how often you stream? We get the Stark Raving totals. We go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, but we are going to try and stretch it to 5 days, hopefully, in the near future, and the days might change as well. Thanks, Native. Adam, Chuck, I'm interested in this part of having a kid. Are your kids more like American people or more like Asian people or both? My kids are bilingual. Their first language is Japanese. They understand everything I say in English. My wife speaks a lot of English to them as well, but they're basically bilingual. They mostly speak in Japanese, but they understand English about 100%. And it's just it's a process. They're really young. They're 7 and 5. So, and triple beams. Any initial thoughts on Boston, Seattle, LeBlanc, and right? Kind of like the under the 8.5. That's my initial thought. That's all. And Ken, that is sweet. Yeah, thanks. About the kids. Isn't that cool? Bill, talking to Ken, Marco, dislikes are like girls. It means you have to try harder or just forget them. Yikes. Okay, Adam, I don't know what genes my kids would inherit. I don't know either. I don't know. My kids are kind of a nice combination of my wife and myself. Sometimes too much me, which is not good. I was a little bit crazier as a young person. And let's continue as well. Oh, Paco, give me the shout out on the days that I'm on. Oh, Ken, that stuff is medicine. Okay. Adam, that is cool. So cool. Actually, you must be a great dad. I'm all right. I try to be really good with discipline. Fair, firm, but fair. You got to discipline them. That's something that's getting real quick fatherly advice for you guys who it seems like there's a young group out there. When you become a dad, don't let them be on the computer stuff too much. You've got to totally limit that. And my kid's 7, and there'll be a couple days where you can't be on the iPad or anything. No, just you got to be off of it and discipline the crap out of them. I don't mean beat them, but take their toys away. If they're not listening to mom and dad, take their toys away. And if you got to give them a swat, give them a swat. I mean, you have to do whatever it takes to discipline them because there are kids out there that run wild and then they grow up running wild. You got to discipline your kids. Because I discipline because I love them so much. You know what I'm saying? So that's my advice. Best fatherly advice I can give is to love your kids, discipline them, and love them up. Love them up and take them to have fun and give them hugs and kisses. But when they're out of line, man, don't even hesitate on the discipline. You have to. That's loving your kids. Too many times I see kids here in Japan. Unfortunately, the father figures here are I don't know. I can get off on a really big tangent here, but what I've seen a lot is parents want to be friends with their kids instead of being their parent. My kids are not my friends. I'm their dad. Okay, so it's very important for me to be the dad. Get my drift? So you guys are young. When you grow up and you have kids, discipline them. You got to discipline them. Love them up and discipline them. Really important. Okay. And Native. Oh, gosh. Native killing it. All right. Adam, are your kids more Asian than American? They're about even. They're about even. Again, their first language is Japanese. Chuckster, would you let your kids eat candy for breakfast? No. They do eat too many sweets. I got it. That's something I really got to curb. Baco, I'm an idiot. Didn't get them in. Oh, okay. You're talking about the games with a Native. Yeah, beat them like hell now. Taking their toys away is the worst thing you do to a kid. Take their favorite toy for a week. Oh, man, that's worse than getting a spanking. I'm telling you. They don't like that. Yeah, just don't you don't do that. You don't, I rarely swap my kids. It's really rare. I'll take stuff from them. They don't like that. You want to get your kids in line, take something from them and do it quick. Native, I have kids. I have 6 kids ages 30, 29, 22, 19, 9, and 5. Are you serious? You got your plate full. Oh. Wow. You got to be joking. That's bananas. Ken, discipline is key to it. Yep, it is actually. Tilo, do you discipline your kids in English when you're out in public? If my kids are acting out in public, I discipline them right there. I don't care who's watching because those are my kids. I don't give a rip what other people think. I am not going to let my kids run wild or act out of line and disrespectful in front of their mom and dad. I don't care who's watching. And I don't care what other people think. I'll hammer them right there. Let's continue. Bill, dear Chuck, one piece of advice I never forget was never let your kids do something that will make you not like them. Okay. Ken, you have a dog. Don't discipline the dog. Native, discipline don't always mean hit. No, not at all. Take their toys. Like I said, take their toys. They hate that. And Ken, we're really getting off on a very interesting parenting tangent today. Can parents expect teachers to raise them here in England? Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's teachers aren't parents. That's not how it's supposed to work. And Adam, sick, you are going for almost 50 minutes. What the heck? Yeah, I know this is way too much. I got to shut this off. It's because, well, it's the weekend for me as well. And my kids are actually just starting to get up. Native, I know I had 2 in high school. Thought I was in la. I gotcha. Okay, so you had 2 when you were really young. Yeah, I got you, brother. And Jay, all right, let's talk sport. Okay, let's do that. And Bill, okay, all right, let's continue as well. All right, so let's go ahead and let's recap. You guys, again, thanks for coming in. I'm going to get out of here. Really good segment today. Very interesting segment. We're talking a lot about parenting and stuff like that, but that was towards the end. Let's talk about some sports. So today for us, we got half units across the board here. Major League Baseball, we're going San Francisco, Los Angeles, we're going under the 7.5. In WNBA, we got to play for each one. We're going in Indiana, Atlanta, over the 151.5. Minnesota, New York, over the 154, and then Connecticut, Phoenix, we're going under the 171. Those are my 4 picks today. I wish you guys the best of luck. Happy Father's Day to the fathers. Well, that's for me in Japan. It'll be tomorrow for a lot of my American friends. And good luck with, of course, all your World Cup picks and whatever you got going on. I'll be back tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Come in, tune in. We'll have some more fun. Hopefully, we'll just focus mostly on sports, but I don't mind talking about other stuff as well. It's just good fun. So I appreciate you guys. Take care. We'll talk soon.